So in the situation we're going to look at today, we're going to have to figure out which of the four critical operations makes the most sense to use. Am I going to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Now, we already know we're dealing with equal group situations. That's fine. And you can actually repeat, add, repeat, subtract. You can multiply, which is the inverse of dividing. All four of the operations actually can be used in a situation. But once we read it, we have to figure out which one makes the most sense to use and which one is the most efficient. We will be asked to look at a variable, which is an unknown, and use an equation, come up with an equation, a number model that makes the most sense to describe the situation. So let's get to it. So I'm going to have to use a T-chart to organize 24 pens into 4 groups. 24 pens into 4 groups. I know my unit is pens. I've already been given the number of groups. I'm supposed to write a number sentence using P as the unknown. So first thing I want to take a look at are our operations. We can either add, subtract, multiply, or divide, and find out which one makes the most sense to substitute for the word organize. So if I'm going to organize 24 pens into 4 groups, adding doesn't really make any sense. If I add 24 pens into 4 groups, subtract 24 pens into 4 groups, also that makes no sense. Multiply 24 pens into 4 groups, is that 4 groups of 24 or 24 groups of 4? Again, it doesn't make sense. But then to divide the 24 pens into 4 groups, that seems to make the most sense. So I'm going to make sure that what I choose to do is use division and divide 24 pens into 4 groups. So let's see here what we do. I've been asked to use a T-chart, and there's one already miraculously already created for us. So let's go ahead and use it. I know that I have 4 groups to organize. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 groups. And I've got 24 pens that I need to organize. So what I'm going to actually do is just make tally marks for each of the pens, each of the 24 pens, and I'm just going to pass them out into each of the 4 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So now I see that I actually have 6 pens in each of the 4 groups. So I know my answer is 6, but the problem doesn't ask me to find the answer. It just says to organize the pens into 4 groups, which I've done with my T-chart. The next thing I'm supposed to do is write a number sentence. So to write the number sentence, I'm going to start off. I've already decided that I'm supposed to use division, which is cool. Now what I need to do is figure out what that division sentence is going to say. Well, I've got 24 pens. 24 is my whole. That's my dividend. So I'm going to start off with 24. And I'm going to divide it into the number of groups that I've been told, 4 groups. And then, yes, the answer is 6 pens. But the question is asking me to use P, use a variable. So there you have it. 24 divided by 4 equals P. Hope that helps.